93.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A listener named Rick is on the phone to do a second date update today, and he already knows that the girl he wants to call is not interested in going out with him romantically ever again.
Oh, so this is going to end well?
Yep.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Because she texted him that and let him know that she doesn't want to go out.
Yeah,
But he
that's-
still wants to do a second date update. We'll get to what you texted in just a second. But Rick, why not just give up the fight, man?
I don't know. I feel like there was some, I don't know, just some unfortunate things that happened on the first date that really aren't an indicator of whether or not we should be together.
Okay, listen. Some people can't take a hint. That's not a hint. That is very direct.
Yeah, but I need a second chance. I want to convince this girl that she should go out with me. We had a nice time, and she was really, really hot. So I just wanted to see her again.
I love that that's always the first thing a guy says.
Well, I mean, that's, we didn't spend that much time together. I didn't get to know her that well.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about her. What's her name?
Her name's Kelly.
Kelly, and where did you meet Kelly?
We met online.
Okay.
She's really beautiful, and it seemed like from her profile, as far as I could tell, she was a really social girl, had lots of friends, and we went back and forth for about a week and a half, just texting each other, and we decided to meet up. We went out and got some drinks, and she said that it was her first time meeting up with somebody from online, which, I don't know, I kind of didn't buy.
Oh, you think she's lying about it?
Well, no, I just think that that's something that everybody says when they're meeting up with someone for the first time.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to admit that they're online dating.
Like, man, I've been on this site for 3 years now. Still can't make anything work.
You're my 30th date.
Yeah. All right, so she told you it was her first time dating, but how did everything go with you two? Like, why do you think she doesn't want to go out with you again?
Well, I don't know. There were just a couple of moments that were just kind of unfortunate. Like, I made this joke that she did not get, and I don't know, I have a pretty dry sense of humor, and
Wait,
Uh-oh.
she didn't get the joke or she didn't like the joke? Those are two different things.
she didn't get the joke.
Okay, what was the joke?
We were having a great conversation. We were laughing, going back and forth, and I just said, God, this is great. I think we should go ahead and make it official, don't you? Totally deadpan.
Oh, no.
Totally deadpan.
That's not very funny.
Yeah, the delivery was a little off.
Yeah.
So she didn't laugh at that joke, huh?
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, she didn't think it was very funny. And I told her that I was joking, and she kind of laughed it off. And
Oh my God, she probably thinks you're lying about the joking line, and you think that she's lying about never online dating. You guys are really,
Trust
yeah, we're a
issues.
couple of liars. We're made.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised this didn't work out. Did you recover from that joke, or was it awkward the rest of the night after you said that?
I mean, she kind of chuckled after I said I was joking, and she shrugged it off, and we continued to have an okay evening. And then she went to the bathroom, and yeah, we were kind of getting ready to say goodnight, and she came back, and I paid the bill, and she said, this is kind of embarrassing, but she said, she's like, I don't know if you know this, but your shirt's inside out. And
That's awesome.
she was right. My shirt was totally inside out. I don't know how.
Now wait,
That's so
to be
bad.
fair, was it a t-shirt or a button-up?
It was a T-shirt.
All right.
Okay,
So you had your shirt inside out the whole time, and then you made an awkward joke about you two making things official like 30 minutes into your date.
Yeah. So
Oh,
this is why I'm
man.
saying I think I deserve another chance, because there were a few hiccups that could have been avoided, and come on.
I just don't
would've
think
been
that
better.
those two things warrant a "I never want to see you again" text message.
Well, actually, she didn't say outright that she didn't want to see me again. Like, we said goodnight that night, and we text back and forth for about a week, and
Oh.
I don't know. I just felt like she was kind of keeping me at arm's length, Like,
Mhm.
she wasn't really giving me an opening to, ask her out again, and
Right.
then I finally did, just outright, and she said, I think maybe we'd be better off as just friends.
Oh.
It
All right.
sounded like a real nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked since that text where she just said, let's be friends?
Well, I responded saying, "Really? Why? Come on, let's grab some dinner." And she didn't respond to that. So,
Ooh.
Well, that's not a good friend.
exactly.
I always feel like when people send that text message, it usually means that they're just not attracted to you in that way. That maybe everything else is great about you, but they just have no sexual attraction towards you.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, someone who's gutsy enough to tell me that my shirt's inside out. She could have let that slide. She didn't
Yeah.
have to tell me that.
Yeah. You'd think she'd give you just a straight up answer on what's wrong with you.
Yeah, exactly. Which is nothing.
Oh, okay. Mr. Confidence. I like that.
All right.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if that's true. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, if you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Rick is on the phone, and he wants to call a girl named Kelly. We talked to him about his first date, and it sounded kind of like a disaster. But Rick, I think actually you got something way better than getting another date with this girl.
Really?
What's that?
You made a friend. That's right.
We all need more friends.
Rick made himself a friend because after their date, they were texting back and forth a little bit, and one of her texts said, you know what, I think we're better off as friends, and that's the last time she's talked to him. So she's not really a good friend that you keep in touch with a lot, but she is a new friend, and I think you should just rejoice in that, Rick.
Oh, God.
I think that's a no from Rick. I don't think he's excited for some reason.
Yeah, got plenty of friends. Would really just like a second date.
Okay.
And were you really into her at the end of your first date, or is this one of those want what you can't have type of situations?
No, she's great. I really would like to see her again.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Okay, and just to recap, there was an awkward moment on the date when he made a joke that they should make things official. She didn't get the joke, so he thinks that could be reason number one why she just wants to be friends with him. And then he also was wearing his shirt inside out the whole time, and she waited until the date was over to tell him that. So
man.
that's another reason that he thinks she doesn't want to go out with him again. All right, Rick, I'm about to dial her phone number. Here we go.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Kelly.
Yeah, hi, this is Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hi.
You familiar with the show?
The show?
Oh,
No, she just
Damn.
apparently knows another Jubal
All right,
from Brooke
yeah.
and Jubal in the morning.
you sounded
more
like you
of you.
knew who it was. Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show?
This is the radio show?
Yeah. I don't think it's who you thought was calling.
Yeah. Wrong number.
No.
The reason that I'm calling you is because one of our listeners actually emailed us and asked if we could get you on the phone.
Okay.
His name is Rick.
Rick?
Yeah, and Rick's kind of a friend of yours, like a new friend. You guys went out on a date together.
Oh my God. Rick?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is that a good?
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if somebody goes out on a date with somebody and then gets blown off, they email us to see if we can get that person on the phone and ask what went wrong. So Rick,
He emailed you guys?
yeah,
Yeah.
and he's curious why you don't want to go out with him again.
I already told him we could be friends. I don't.
Yeah, he did tell us that, but he's curious why he's being put in the friend zone right away because he would love to like go out on an actual date with you again.
Oh my God.
And you know that friend thing was a lie because according to him, you haven't texted him again after wanting to be friends.
Well, yeah.
So can you tell us why you don't want to go out with him again?
You know, I was so hesitant to do online dating because, one, I liked meeting people the old-fashioned way, but my friends were like, no, it's so much fun, you have to do it. But they all had horror stories of how everybody lied on their profile.
Yeah.
It happens.
I've never heard anyone say it's so much fun.
Yeah.
So you gave in and did it, and you met Rick.
Did he lie about his profile? Is that what you're getting to?
Yeah, he is the liar.
Whoa.
What did he lie about? Did he look different?
No, he looked exactly like his photos.
Okay.
So that was
Good.
nice.
That's
he
good, at
looked,
least.
he represented himself the same in the photos.
Okay.
Okay.
It was like everything else in the profile kind of seemed like a lie.
So was he like an entrepreneur, but it turns out he lives in his mom's basement or something?
Kind of similar. I'm a very active person, and what really drew me to his profile was his interests. He said he loved hiking, he loves rock climbing, snowboarding, and photography.
Yeah.
And these are all things I am very passionate about. So I was hoping to meet somebody where we had similar interests that we could do these things together.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's a pretty sexy profile, I'm not going to lie. I would be turned on by those things too.
Yeah. And when the conversation happened and I would bring up, like I talked about going snowboarding once a year with my family and something I look forward to every year. And I take my snowboarding very seriously. and he had nothing to say about snowboarding.
What?
Well, maybe he just didn't have anything to add into the conversation. That doesn't mean he doesn't bored.
Yeah.
But then I brought up hiking because his profile says, I love hiking. All caps. I love hiking.
All right.
And I said, hey, when's the last time you went hiking? And he just threw up his hands in the air and shrugged his shoulders and said, I don't know.
And you said it was in all caps on his profile that he loves hiking?
All caps. Exclamation point.
All right.
It's such a weird thing to lie about.
Well, that's like the basic thing to say, right? I love hiking. I love outdoors.
Yeah, if you want to seem like an outdoorsy type of person, you just say you like to hike.
Yes, it was just so strange. He had nothing to add about this, so I kept asking more questions about the rock climbing and mountains he liked, and he would just stare at me with like a blank stare.
So,
Then I talked about photography
Yeah.
and asked him what's his favorite camera, and he said, I don't know, I just use my phone.
super passionate, obviously.
iPhone.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what's going on with his profile, if he just copied somebody else's or if he thought it was good bait to get women to respond to his profile.
Yeah, to seem like adventure dude.
Chicks love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just so bizarre, like such a weird thing to lie about.
Well, this is going to be a good experience for you, too, because he's actually on the other line listening and would like to
What?
talk to you about his interests. Yeah. He's actually on the other line.
He's on the other line.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow. Big misunderstanding here.
Yeah, sounds like it, Rick. It's one way to word it.
so you heard everything. Everything I said was true, right? Can you explain why you put all those things on your profile?
Well, I put them on my profile because I'm interested in them.
But it doesn't sound like you do any of them.
Well, no, I mean, not as much as I would like to, but I work 60 hours a week. I work really hard, and yeah, the last time I went hiking was well over a year ago with some friends, and I had a great time. But I don't have the opportunity to go with them every time that they go.
Rick, you said you never went snowboarding. And then your profile says it's a passion of yours.
I mean, I guess passion is a little strongly worded, but I don't know. I think it's really cool. Like, I watched YouTube videos and.
So there you go, Kelly. He is passionate about it. He's watching YouTube videos of snowboarding.
See what I mean? He's a liar.
Rick, I can't believe that this is the first time this has been an issue for you in all of your online dating experience. Like, no one else has brought up the fact that you say you love snowboarding and have never actually gone?
Well, no, because most girls are just interested in talking about themselves.
You know, Rick, I'm not like that. I enjoy talking to the other person. I enjoy getting to know somebody else. So I think you owe it to other women you're going to be dating to represent yourself accurately. I think you should change your profile.
Whoa.
That you like Netflix.
Yeah, there you go, Rick. I'm passionate about watching snowboarding on YouTube. That would be a better way to put it.
But I'm not going to change my profile. I said that I love snowboarding because I love snowboarding and I love hiking. Yeah, I don't go every day or every week, but
Or ever.
every time I've done it, I really enjoy it. So yeah, it's an interest. I'm not gonna say on my profile that I'm interested in algebra, which is what I do every day. I mean, like, come on.
See? But I think you're not giving people a chance to get to know the real Rick. I mean, I understand that there's a lot of pressure when you fill out those dating profiles to sound like a really cool person, and sometimes when you put yourself on paper, you realize how boring you are. But there's got to be something that you're passionate about that other people are passionate about too.
Does being passionate about something mean that you have to do it? Like,
Well,
guess
generally,
not,
yes.
I think so.
yeah, not
Yeah.
really at all. Like,
Rick, at least you should try it once if you're passionate about it. You can't say you're passionate about it and have never done it.
okay,
So you
okay,
come off
okay.
a liar.
Okay, Kelly, I think, I get what you're saying, but I think that calling me a liar is a little harsh, don't you think? I mean, yeah, okay, maybe I do need to try something before I say that I'm passionate about it. I mean, maybe you could take me snowboarding. I would love that.
Hey, there you go. Kelly, would you like to go out on a second date? With Rick, we will pay for it. Not the snowboarding, that's expensive, but like we'll pay for you guys to go out and maybe set up a snowboarding date.
You know, I'm a little hesitant because he lied, but I'm also very interested to see him on a snowboard.
All right. So is that a yes? You will take Rick to experience his passion for the first time ever.
And you guys are paying for this.
We'll talk about the snowboarding thing, but we'll get you out there.
In that case, I would be honored.
Oh my God. Rick is going to hate it. The first day of snowboarding is like
Yeah.
the worst day of your life. You
Well-
will never have a more hurt butt ever.
No, this is going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to getting out there and discovering more about my passion.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I think everybody who does online dating learned a very valuable lesson today from the second date update, and that is lie on your profile
No.
as much
That's not.
as you want, because it doesn't matter. You'll get another date anyway.
Honey, you don't
if you
learn-
missed it, Rick wanted to call a girl named Kelly. They went out on a date. They met online. It turns out that the reason she didn't want to go out with him again was because all of the things that he listed as interests on his profile, he didn't know anything about. Not at all. He said that snowboarding was a passion of his, and he's never even been snowboarding. He's just seen videos on YouTube and thought he could list that as a passion. So she's like, he lied about everything.
And I like when we called him, I mean, or when she had confronted him, he stuck to it. Like, he didn't
That's
just
his passion,
say,
yeah.
you're right, I made it up to meet chicks.
Yeah.
He said, no, it's still a passion of mine.
I don't have to do it to love it.
Yeah, you can still watch it and enjoy it. Anyway, they did decide to go out again, and maybe she can take him snowboarding someday.
Yeah.
We'll see how that one goes. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.